as they walk out onto the field to what will be probably for most of them the biggest game of their career so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Referees for this game, Brandon Sanderson, Zach Jenrick, Logan Forrester. Australia with the tap. Jardel Bob going to take it away. This game is going to be fast. It's going to be hard to call for a rookie like me, but we're underway. Bob has the ball there from Condon. Oh, that's got untidy. Somehow that's ended up going backwards. Condon with the ball. He's going to rip it right to left, all the way out to the wing. A magnificent finish over the top. Superman dive into the corner. And that is going to be a try.
Can't wait to watch this one back. You can see there were times in that set that Australia got a little bit stagnant, but were able to pull it back with an outstanding right to left ball from Alex Condon.
Hugh Doherty. Wonderful finish. He's had to go a long way up to get that ball, and then he's dived over the top of the diving defender. That's really good finish, but good finish to the set by Australia. New Zealand now rip one longer. Great pickup. Having to stumble backwards out on the wing, out on that far side. Just being covered. Chase now on the ball. Chase is going to rip it right to left. It's going to pop back in, though. It's just going to hold up. And Australia hold them out. So back underway, driving up from their end. Good ball movement as they look to run their boxes play. Sweeping players coming on with pace. Good driving pace through the middle. Six is Eagleton. Picked up by Finn Watkins. He has got some toe on him. And that ball has just popped up with the little attempted switch there back in for Kaya Castles. Watkins called out as being offside here. New Zealand driving good pace here by Carter. Harry Carter finds the open space and drives, gets New Zealand on the front foot. And again, this time it's Tatana Simi. They get the ball across, and that's going to be a New Zealand try. That's some really good work.
Yeah, great try there from Harry Carter. We can see that the work was done in the pre-lead up. But importantly, just being in a great space, holding the depth and the width there, and a simple pass from the right to the left to get Harry Carter to score his first try for New Zealand.
So 1-1. Couple of good tries. Australia now just moving the ball around. It's Caelan Bell out the back there from Jai Charlton. Bell, big right foot step, and that's going to go all the way out. Nice tag, though, out on the far side. There's a bit of a question mark whether he's actually onside first, as the referees are going to confer. And it looks like that's going to be awarded a try now. So, looks like that winger on the far side not onside. And that's allowed Cuban Porter-Sheen to get his first of the game.
A very similar setup to their first try that they scored with the right to left towards the left wing. Another fantastic try from Australia.
So here we go, Durbin Burgess working with Carlos Madigan. Durbin Burgess. Good pick up, but it's picked off. It's a nice ball across the face, but just blazing away down the field here is Caelan Bell, who's going to finish that one off. Length of the field intercept. Australia now 3-1.
This game started with a blistering pace, and we can see from that intercept try that this is going to be a hot game. But what an outstanding pick-up there from Caelan Bell. New Zealand defenders couldn't quite keep up with him. The referee, Zach Genrich, could keep up with him, though, so we've got to give him a shout-out for the effort there. But Australia, 3-1 lead.
Yeah, and the play was probably the right one, too. It was just the fact that ball sort of... It probably just held up a little bit in the breeze, or not in the breeze, but like it just held up a little bit. And it just gave Bell that little bit of an opportunity to say, oh, no, that's mine. So New Zealand Re-going, it always hurts after you concede an intercept try length of the field. Good ball movement, good footwork. And then a big long ball out there, but it's no advantage. And Australia penalised for offside. So Harry Carter on the ball, gets it across, working with Tatana Simi. There's a touch out on that far side. Tatana Simi's going to come back, get the ball off the roll ball. That's him on it now. He'll get it off the deck from Carter. Carter gets it across, but yeah, there's a call for a forward pass in there somewhere off the from one of the Australian players on the field. The referee was already calling it, and it was that little pop pass.
And again, we spoke about timing being really important on the execution, but just the same applies here.
Yeah, exactly it. Good defence here from New Zealand. The first 3 touches have been pretty solid. Need to take a step up though now, and they do. Good step up. That's 4th touch. 5th touch here now is going to be about 10 out. Big pick up from Jai Charlton. He's ripped it, but there's a late pass, so it's not going to be a 6 again for the knockdown. Jai Charlton just not get there, but that comes about from those first couple of touches where they've held them early, haven't let them get all the way to the 7 metre line.
Yeah, that's right. As we can see on transition now, some really physical touches being applied here from Australia. Trying to win the edge in that battle.
Yeah, that one, flat pass there, but Madigan's got it. No, it's going to come back. I think it was that one I was just talking about, but again, a forward pass. They need that depth. Australia going to tap off. Good solid touch, and there's a roll ball error, and a player's just come up a little bit sore, so the referees will stop the game. Just caught one into the shoulder or the elbow, or maybe the ribs there, Jai Charlton. So he'll go for a bit of a sub.
We spoke before the game about how the Australian team's actually only carry 14 players if they have an injury. You know, that's going to really change the way that they operate as a team. So something to keep an eye on, but I'm sure that he'll come back stronger than ever. Yeah,
Jai Charlton's a tough character. He'll be back out there, but great work on the play. And referees are going to have a bit of a discussion, but that's a New Zealand try.
Yeah, we can see here on the replay, just a great outline that was run there. I think it was from Raiden Hayata. No.
New Zealand number 15, Raiden Hayata.
Oh, yeah, it was from Raiden. Yeah. It's an outstanding dive there, 3-2. Australia maintain the lead.
Yeah, Australian player doing the right thing too, getting up straight away saying, no, I haven't made it. So not claiming a touch that he hasn't made. Just straight into the play, beaten by the in that play, so no worries. There might be a little bit of a caution on that contact. Jardel Bob now gets it down. Kalen Bell dives underneath off the sweep. Just tagged on the line. So this is Condon. Condon will rip it right to left. It'll pop back here for Bob maybe. No, it's been tagged. Good touch out on that far side. New Zealand winger on the far side there's got his distance right. Condon comes back against the grain, but he's tagged and no, he's not
wasn't touched.
Oh,
that's a disappointing into the set there.
It's a. I hate using this word, but that's a soft try, right? Like that's one of those ones where the ball's coming across. You kind of expect that the ball's going to come back all the way into the middle to set up and do something, and then he just steps back across against the grain, and it's a no touch.
Yeah, just missed there, Caleb Falloon on the reach. So they'll be disappointed not to be able to stop that one.
Good use of the play there, and I reckon that's down. Ooh, that's close.
Oh, it is.
It is down. Hey, great guys there from me. Charles Gemmell, the captain, one of the co-captains for this New Zealand 20s team. He's got himself down really low and underneath the two defending Australian players. Great finish.
Yeah, we can see here on the replay just a great awareness of where the line was. He definitely beat the defenders there.
Yeah, very clear on the replay. Nothing wrong with my eyes. It's everything else that needs work. Sweeping around now, Paddy Crowe. Oh, there's all sorts of bodies and everything else in motion there, but sorry, that was Zane Cox there in 7. Heavy touch. So here we go. We've got Jai Charlton is back on the field. Wasn't off for very long. St. Cox on the tap. They've mixed up their pods a little bit here though, because this is now Condon. A little bit of hot hand. Good touch, good defence. So Condon's working with different players now. He's back onto it. Condon will get to half. The sweeper comes around. That's St. Cox gets very low. And he's managed to slide the ball across, and the referee's just explaining what's happened here is that I reckon the ball has, because Zane Cox has slid the ball from a long way out and then caught the line, I reckon that's what the referee's just explaining here.
Yeah, we'll have a look here on the replay. We can see the ball's just inside here. He's just got on the inside of Fuiava. And Raiden there. Yeah, a sharp try there from Australia. One I didn't think we saw coming.
Yeah, Zane Cox got very, very low. He's sort of a little bit of a left foot step, but not much in it. Oh, good tap on. Well controlled there. Out on that far wing. Satana Simi brings it across. Long right to left. A tap back or a step back inside. Oh, just touched. Oh, number 8, Cuban Portasheen. He's just made the tag on the New Zealand player Fuiava. And then they've given away a penalty for not returning the ball. But then Will Eagleton makes an error in the roll ball. So straight back for New Zealanders. And they're in good position on the field again here now. Williams Wilson on the ball. Yeah, that one's going to go against. Yeah, 50-50.
No, I think the call was right. New Zealand need to look after the ball when they've got it in that position.
Yeah, absolutely. But don't know about whether it came off his own hand or off an Australian foot. But here we go. There's another turnover. That's about 4 turnovers in a row here. So both coaches now wanting to get some ball control. Concentration. Durban Burgess sweeps around. He's got good pace on that sweep, but Finn Watkins onside and makes a comfortable touch. Good footwork. This is a big left to right ball, tap back pass, and that's going to be a try. That's wonderful play from New Zealand. Massive rip pass there. I think that's Tyler Edwards who's ripped that one left to right. And then tapped back out on the wing. It was Tyler Edwards rips it. And Hamish Fox is able to get over for the try. The recipient of the tap back.
Outstanding try from New Zealand. They'll be really happy with that one. Able to strike back for another one just before half time.
Yeah, 5 tries to 3. There's about 7 minutes to go. Australia driving hard. A little bit of a skip out and a little bit of disconnect on the Australian side, and that ball goes to the ground. St. Cox looking for Condon. Not able to link up. Yeah. Communication coming from the 2 referees. From the sideline referee saying that the shooting Australian players were offside just short of the 7 metres. So a nice relieving penalty for New Zealand to give themselves a bit of better opportunity. They should get 2 touches at it. 2 cracks at the line down here.
Australia really making them work hard for it. You're not going to get it easy. You can see the deep sweep coming here, but which way are we going to go? Oh, he's still alive.
Yeah, no, that's nice footwork, and he's got himself through. It's going to pop it up, looking for somebody to break their way through into the space, but was that Madigan with the footwork, or was it? No, that was number 8. That's Williams Wilson. He had really good footwork, bit of a goosey. And he was away. Here's some good pace off the bench. Back across for Bob, but not able to control that one. It's just gone a little bit beyond his reach. As soon as it's hit the New Zealand player, that's gone forward from Bob. So it is a turnover. Much better position on the field for that roll ball. Closer to their sub box, but there is a forward pass here. was right in front of me as I was pointing out where it was on the field, and I hope I haven't actually attracted attention for the referees for the wrong thing. But
we spoke earlier on about the referees having some sharp eyes, and of course they're working together well as a team to make sure that all of the little errors in the roll ball are being picked up.
They are actually, they do have comms equipment here. It's not something that that they necessarily would be used to doing. It's not something that we see a lot of at national level, but at international level here we've got communications equipment, so they're able to communicate to each other without yelling, which will probably come in handy towards the end of the weekend when their voices need that little bit extra.
Yeah, and when you're watching from home, you're thinking, gee, there's a lot of forward passes, and a lot of them are called by the support referees.
Good pace. There's players falling over all over the place here. Kalen Bell wasn't really anywhere near anything and just sprawled himself out. That one's forward, and it'll come back. Coach, I'm just listening in to the New Zealand coach there, just communicating to his players in the box. Twice that they've called a specific play and haven't run it properly, so he's just reminding players that to honour the calls. Australia driving down now. Ben Moore working with Charlton. Moore on the ball. Condon is going to pick up. He'll rip it. It's a sinker pass. It's a really nice pass, but well defended out on that side by the New Zealand winger.
Yeah, now, as we've seen all game, Australia are applying that really, really tight defence coming out of, as New Zealand transition towards their sub-box.
It's hard shooting. It's good work. That's Durbin Burgess. That's a little bit of experience there from Daniel Durbin Burgess, the captain, co-captain. Just driven in hard, knowing that the Australian players are going to come in a little bit hard, and he's earned himself a penalty. Nicely done. Durbin Burgess gets the pass back across there for Hayata. They do earn a penalty for offside. A little bit off the hook there. Hayata will take the tap. Durbin Burgess will split out. They'll try the little punish. He'll have a slide in. Very, very close out on that far side. In fact, it's not Durbin Burgess. That's Williams Wilson. Moving the play around. Good strong touch, but well controlled. Madigan, he was in trouble of giving away a cheap ball. And now Durbin Burgess is in the hole. Beautiful pass across there from Hayata, and Durbin Burgess with the try.
Spoke to some key observers before tonight's game. They were speaking about how important the early releases, and we can see that here from Raiden Hayata. Giving the ball early gives Daniel Durbin Burgess a little bit more time and space to get across the line there.
So 5 tries all. 5 tries each. Scores a level up here with only a couple of minutes to go here. The ball's going to pop up in the air and hang up for a long time. Well recovered up. Bob has it. Hasn't had a lot of influence on the game yet, Jardel Bob, excuse me. Eagleton, Bob. But well covered there. Great touch by Fuyava. And just taking advantage of all that space out on that far side is Harry Carter. And then he'll come for a sub. Nicely done. New Zealand now sweeping around will be Tatana Simi, but they'll go back against the grain. Great touch there by Jardel. And Australia are able to get out of trouble. Good hands, through the hands out to the wing. Subs will come on. I expect to see Alex Condon if anything's been going on pattern. And a penalty given away.
Yeah, just a straight foot in the ruck there. I'm sure it was accidental, but those are the things that can turn costly, especially when Australia are right on the 7 metres now.
Watkins and Crow. Crow will look to get the ball down here, probably for Condon. There's a penalty for not moving forward because there's only 30 seconds left. A little bit early to start playing those games. It's going to be the last set of the half. There's the second tap. Paddy Crow launches one out. well covered. The far side. I've missed the number of that player. Watkins back for Crow. Patrick Crow is going to ask them to come forward. New Zealand players not really moving. As the siren's going to go, the siren's going to beat him. Finn Watkins, footwork beats himself. Stumbles, hits the deck, the siren goes. There is a bit of communication here, though, by the referees. There's a penalty here for not moving forward, so they are going to play the last penalty, and New Zealand are going to play with 5 players. As Finn Watkins has tried a bit of fancy footwork down on the sideline, he's run out of space, the ball's gone out of play. He's just given himself a bit of a tingle to the shoulder, I think. Really entertaining first half, 5 tries apiece. A couple of early try involvements by Alex Condon for Australia, and then some real good work there from Derbert Burgess and Fuyava, probably heavily involved, and Harry Carter involved in a couple of tries there for New Zealand.
Big second half coming up, but to be fair, I think defensively is where the game's going to be won, so let's see what happens here.
Good touch there on the line by Ben Moore. He attempted to dive under. I'd like to get a little bit squarer, take a little bit more care of that roll ball there, please. Hamish Fawkes. A lot of communication coming from the box here on this side, helping their teammates get control of the game. They're really compressing a long way over as the Australian side run their subset, and now steaming out of the box is Caelan Bell, but the pass to Finn Watkins, he's not able to bring it under control, and it's bubbled away.
Yeah, just a timing error there for them. Just overrunning the timing on the pass, but New Zealand back in control of the ball in the right end of the field.
Tohara Chase just reaching for the touch there, and then ends up overrunning it a little bit. Has to go back and reset. Long ball right to left, too big this time. Goes into one of the DoorDash signs out on the far side. And Australia will pick it up. It has gone forward, though, out of their hands, so they'll get the tap instead of the roll ball. But a little bit heavy in the touch that time, and he's going to be called out. This will be a forced substitution, I would imagine, for Hayata. There it goes.
We spoke about discipline in the first half, and this is probably a key example. So the touch had already been made and some extra effort afterwards. Fortunate sometimes just to get away with the full substitution.
Yeah, and in that part of the field, it's not as desperate as it would be if it was at the line. Great sweep from Jai Charlton, and then he's able to get the ball out for Condon. Just slips it away. Condon, little bit of a goose step and slides over.
Yeah, a bit of a cheeky finish there, but a great setup in the middle there by Australia, as we can see here on the action replay. And all he had to do was just stroll over for another try.
Yeah, once he skipped away from the diving defender, the finish, there's nobody else coming for him, so he's able to plant it down and do that trendy little backhand flick back to halfway. David Burgess now slides in low. Great touch from Will Eagleton. Got himself that step off the line and took away the slide option. David Burgess again. He's going to rip this one long, but it's well defended out on that far side. It will come back for a forward pass.
We didn't see him on the ball as much in the first half, but he's become more of a strike option for New Zealand. So we'll keep an eye on Dan Durbin Burgess in the second half to see, what more magic he can create for New Zealand.
I'm assuming he's George's brother.
Yeah, younger brother.
George Durbin Burgess played for New Zealand in the Open Strands Tasman a couple of weeks ago. Finn Watkins now, he's lost the hat, and he's got good pace to get away. Good ball movement. Let's come back in now. Patrick Crow dancing around. They're trying to find a player to commit to it. That sinker pass from left to right this time. That's Jaden Ambeachy, and he's limping as he's come back. Ambeachy, haven't seen him. That's the first time I've called him all game. And given the way that he's moving at the moment, I would suggest that's probably the last time we'll call him all game.
Some good yards through the middle of the field. Wilson with the ball now as Fawkes comes screaming on the field.
That is fantastic to see. Oh, that's unlucky. Hamish Fawkes leading from the front there. He's really driven on with pace. That's one of my favourite things to see on a touch field, is when a player just drives hard, puts their head down and runs at the defence with real serious intent. They just weren't able to finish that one off. This one is going to be a penalty for 7 on. It is going to get brought up to halfway. The referees are going to indicate where everybody needs to be. The Australian side, not one of the standard 7-ons that we've been seeing where it's a sub-error. This one, they've ended up with 7 players on the field for a good couple of touches.
And errors like that you might get away with earlier in the game, but the closer we get to the end, can end up being costly.
Yeah, that's it. Hayata on the ball now. He's going to step off the left foot, but just catches a bit of soft turf. Doesn't get any purchase, and then the ball bobbles out of his hands without any direction. So Australia off the hook for that 7 on. They'll look to drive their way out of trouble here now. Sweeping on the field with intent. This is St. Cox and Jardel Bob. Bulls combination from here in Australia. Cox back for Eagleton. Tries the double switch for Bob, but it's well read and intercepted there by I think that's Fuyava, maybe? No. Can't pick. But New Zealand have come away with the ball. It was Tohara Chase that took that intercept. It was really well read. That's why I wanted to keep track on that one. Good ball movement, backwards and in and out and in and out. That would have been a pretty special try to finish off with.
Yeah, real special. It's lovely to see them playing with confidence. Let's see if they can translate that into defence. And equally for Australia, as New Zealand have lifted, can they also lift?
Yeah, the physicality started to pick up a little bit too here as the intensity of the moment is starting to take hold. Kalen Bell gets his body down and then he's just a little bit over the line in the touch, and Bell's able to draw the penalty. Finn Watkins with Condon. This is the group that were working together at the start of the game. They kind of went away from this in the first half. But we've got Condon, Watkins. Watkins is sniped beautifully from his left-hand side. And now it's going to be Condon throwing a left to right. And there's nothing doing out there. That's really good, solid defence from New Zealand.
Yeah, they're happy with the way that they're set and spaced defensively. They haven't, it's been a while since Australia scored, so New Zealand's doing some good stuff there.
Yeah, it has been a long time now. I mean, we're
well over 10 minutes.
Yeah, we're 10 minutes into 8 minutes into the second half as we're skipped away. Look at the blinding pace on this one. Wowzers. I'm just checking to see if there's any afterburners or, the old DeLorean time machine wheels on fire on the ground. Beautiful pace by Dominic Ernst.
He's having a real standout game, particularly defensively, but he's been rewarded here for outstanding pace.
And I haven't called his name much because he's been on that far side, so I haven't been able to pick him out. But Dominic Ernst, I won't forget him now. That was really fast. There's some quick players out there from Australia, and he was leaving them in his dust. So Charlton off the Little Counties play, back across, but doesn't go to hand. And Jaden Ambici not able to reel that one in. It's that high press shooting defence from Australia. It's achieving something of what they want to achieve here, and it has. They've earned the penalty for a forward pass from a roll ball. I'm not entirely sure which one that one was because they all looked like they were going backwards there, but Cox has it. Trying to be all funky with it. Gets his shimmy happening. M20 and Bob out on this right-hand side now. Jardel, Bob. Slick with the footwork. Would have liked to see just a little bit more advantage, perhaps a crew, but referee blows the penalty for offside. I think that maybe Charlton was looking really like that ball would have actually got down, and he'd have had a couple of players offside out on this near side. Bob now drifts it up. Oh, step back. I think there's a touch made here. Yeah, the body language is saying touch made.
But Ginger, as he's getting to his feet.
Is it a... Not sure if that's a...
He doesn't want to play the ball, though, so he must be in a bit of pain.
Yeah, that's Alex Condon. Maybe he's rolled his ankle or something. He's been... he was really influential in the first 10, 15 minutes of this game. And he's hobbling off out the back behind play. As Zane Cox gets his dance moves on and spins around, gets it across there for Bob, picks up. He's going to rip that one. It's going to get intercepted in no man's land. Zero touch. New Zealand come away from their own line. Physical contact. And this time, a player short of the onside, so a penalty. New Zealand. They feel like they're on top here at the moment.
Yeah, so one thing that's really difficult from a referee perspective on an intercept is the referee has to chase the next 7 metres straight away, so the field can get a little bit shortened.
Compressed,
and hence the penalty coming for that.
Oh, just a soft bit of ground, and he's rolled his ankle there. That's Chase. Tohara Chase. He's just planted, looked to go in hard, and the ankle's just... folded a little bit. He's fine though. He doesn't seem to be limping. Back into position. It's fifth touch. They're going to be looked for something standing start. That's a little bit too dazzling. And a forward pass that's intercepted. And Australia will come away. Out of the subbing box now. Finn Watkins with pace. Great movement, not able to be caught and held on. One of the Kiwis has taken down one of the DoorDash signs out there that we spent heaps of time setting up the other day, honestly.
Finn Watkins, though, very dangerous, ball in hand.
He's footwork, eh?
Yeah, footwork, and also he's just very unpredictable. So for New Zealand, they just need to make sure that they don't slack off too much because he's very enterprising.
Yeah, it's like to deal with one of those players, you've kind of got to make sure that you really stick to your structure, don't you? Like that's how you can sort of shut them down a little bit. But Ernst here now throwing a few dummies, getting himself knowing that his last touch, there's nothing happening. Australia will take over through Portasheen and Ambici. Watkins, he's recovered his hat that was sitting out there for a good 5 minutes, and now he'll go even faster. The hair's tied back. Jardel Bob with Charlton.
And Condon back on the field now too.
That's good news for Australia. Ben Moore has nowhere to go from that ball from Charlton. And it'll change over fairly meekly at the end of that set. But New Zealand's defence, they've really been very hard to break down here in the second half now. 12 minutes in, still 6-all. This is a round game, not like we saw it with the 18s mixed earlier on. So if this game is a draw, that result will stand. There'll be no extra time in this game. And the result will just go towards the table, towards the final positions for Sunday. But 6-all, and Australia really haven't looked too much like scoring so far in the last sort of 5 to 10 minutes. The New Zealand defence has been really strong.
Yeah. New Zealand will be happy with them. Aside from the try from Condon a little bit earlier, they've been able to withstand some enormous amount of pressure from Australia.
Conversely, they'll want to actually get themselves on the board again as well. The Australian defence has been good. Jardel Bob does really well to hold on to that ball, knowing that he's been bumped off the spot and under pressure, controls the roll ball, resets, rather than give away a rushed. Loose ball in the roll ball. Eagleton, Jardel Bob. Eagleton might be in here. He has got through off the little quickie.
Bit of a quiet achiever tonight.
Yeah,
Eagleton.
He's been solid, involved as much as he can be, but it's a really good finish. He's got a good explosive pace out of the roll ball. That's what happened. What set himself up for it there. Tatana Simi and Gemmell. Gemmell now. He's going to switch in. Harry Carter sweeping around is Tatana Simi. Steps back. Gemmell saw a bit of a... Sorry, that's Carter. Saw a bit of an opportunity, but well defended. And off the last one, a little flick pass out that Tatana Simi wasn't expecting. And Australia come away. There's not a lot of explosive pace coming out from the support runners here. Condon got some good drive, but Finn Watkins now will look for the change of pace. Recycles the ball now for Patrick Crowe. And Beachy off the deck. Oh, it's almost gone to hand for Alex Condon, but that's just sort of bobbled around a little bit. Australia now defending well. That's Kalen Bell out that side, not Alex Condon. Apologies, Kalen.
And a forward pass picked up from the referees there.
Well, that really hurts. Like with 5 minutes to go, a bit under 5 to go, you're down by one try. You can't be giving away penalties like that at your own line and giving Australia a full set. So onto the field, Jai Charlton has the ball. Good change of pace, but a good touch made down in the softer ground at the line at our left-hand end. Charlton and Crowe. Good pick up from Bell, but that ball hasn't gone where he wanted it to go. He's tried to be a little bit of a dummy, a little shimmy for the body to bring it back to the other way and then back to the short side. Good solid defence from New Zealand.
Yeah, as the game draws towards its ending part, the physicality may increase, and we've seen a penalty here again for a hard touch. A lot of work for the referees to manage here, but equally just in terms of demeanour, that's what the players have to focus on here.
Yeah, I think if New Zealand score off this set, I think you could see the physicality really lift on their next defensive set, but they're driving hard now. Hayata, has a dive at the line, but well defended. Only a couple of possessions each now, I reckon. 3 minutes to go. This is where you start to have your little alarm set as a coach to just remind your players that with only a few minutes to go, you want them to finish off at 100%. And this is what's happening here. Jardel Bob moving the ball around at the end of the set. Eagleton hands it over. But there was some good intent coming off the line. Coming out of the box from Australia. New Zealand now showing the same intent. Dominic Ernst. He has really played very well here in this match so far.
Give. Oh, there was an opportunity there for New Zealand in the middle, but just didn't quite take the opportunity in front of them.
I reckon a short long pass might have actually worked out well. The winger was wide open out on the far side, but give that short pass first actually then commits the defending winger infield, and then the long pass over the top because he was set ready to chase out. But there's been a turnover at their own end of the field here for Australia. The pressure is really on them now. New Zealand, this is Durban Burgess at half, working with Hamish Fawkes. They've got their two most experienced players here. Fawkes dives for the line, but off the right foot step, he's covered.
Let's see if they get Hayata involved here, because he's been a real key ball player for them so far.
Sweeper coming around, and the right to left ball, that's a wobbly old pass, and doesn't have enough oomph on it to get out to give the winger on that far side any time to do anything with it. So Australia are off the hook. They'll drive away. Nice work here from Australia. This is good work. This is Ben Moore. Great pick up from Finn Watkins. That one's brought to ground for sure. There's no way he's played at that one.
Tough call there.
That is, I reckon that's bounced into his shoulder. Don't think he's played for that ball at all. And Australia will settle. And we're under a minute here, so they'll just calmly control the ball for this set and look to give New Zealand as little time as possible. Ben Moore with a dive at the line. Durbin Burgess with the touch. Australia again, just controlling the tempo of the game, asking for the mark for the touch so we can do the roll ball. Finn Watkins, he's caught.
Chewing up the clock now.
Yeah, this is the experience of some of these more senior players as Madigan's made that touch, and Watkins popping around, and yep, the time will beat them. A very hard fought 7 tries to 6 win to Australia. New Zealand, fantastic work to come back, especially from, was about 10 minutes into that first half where they were down by about 3 tries.
Yeah, although